We are in Gothenburg, Sweden for the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Champions Trophy. And with the time trial complete, the top 4 athletes have progressed to the quarterfinals. The remaining athletes are now battling head-to-head in a sudden death 8 final. Whitehead and Cogar are already through to the quarterfinals, so who will join them?
All right, here we go. Getting the saws set up. Ferry Swan versus Martin Kalina from the Czech Republic. Of course, the audience favorite, Ferry. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Stock saw first, using that steel 661 right off the shelf. No adaptations or anything. And both of them drop the disc at the same time. Good start. Ferry faster over to the underhand chop and gets started right away, but not far behind is Martin Kalina. And everybody here cheering on Ferry Swan as he slabs out some big ones there on the first side and moves quickly over to the other side. All that training in the off-season making him stronger and more fit is definitely going to help his game along here as he's almost through the underhand chop, gets the axe caught just slightly. Martin Kalina does the same thing, but Ferry Swan gets through first. Not far behind is Martin Kalina as they head over to the single buck. Ferry struggling to get that thing into the groove, but look how long he has those strokes going. Ferry Swan with a great look at that saw, and here we go. Martin Kalina, he gets a big catch there, but Martin Kalina, oh my goodness, Martin Kalina almost caught up to the local guy, Ferry Swan. His dad in the audience looking on as we go to the standing block chop. This, my folks, my ladies and gentlemen, my friends, is a dead even heat. My goodness, both to the same side, moving over to the other side. It's going to be close. Ferry Swan looking good. Martin Kalina surprisingly very good. Will Ferry Swan be able to get through there? He gets the axe caught. So does Kalina. The final blow by Ferry Swan gets him just ahead by only a couple hundredths of a second.
And in the final heat, German Robert Ebner took to the stage against Italian Andrea Rossi.
He had another catch as he finally gets to the standing block chop, but a big advantage for Ebner as he has 3 or 4 more hits on that first side than Rossi does, and it looks good for Ebner to be moving on. But Rossi's a power hitter, and if he moves over to the other side and gets a couple of really good blows in there, he may well strike Ebner down. But a final fantastic blow by Ebner puts him ahead with a time of 1:19.17, and Rossi is struggling to get finished on that standing block and finally does it in 1:41.55.
At the end of the sudden death 8 final, Whitehead, Cogar, Svan and Ebner all progressed to the quarterfinals to take on the top 4 in the next round of the Champions Trophy. The first quarterfinal heat will place time trial winner Matt Cogar up against Jesse Whitehead from New Zealand in this David versus Goliath battle.
Athletes ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
Stock saw Jesse Whitehead with a great start there. Good even pressure by Cogar as he gets through there just ahead of Whitehead, moving over to the underhand chop. We saw Whitehead earlier on doing a great job in this discipline, and we know New Zealand is strong for their chopping disciplines. Matt Cogar, Whitehead, both moving over to the other side now. It's pretty evenly matched up here. Like I said, right off the hop, Matt Cogar is going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to move on to the semis, and he's done it here quickly through the underhand chop. Oh, Whitehead got off too early, but stepped back up and it broke off. That's going to count. Moving to that single buck. Remember, it's a 2-meter long saw with cutting blades and sweeping teeth. It's unbelievably hard to control, and we see Matt Cogar just gets lucky with that last little stroke. The cookie falls off complete, and now moves over to the standing block chop. Whitehead took a lot longer to get through that single buck this time, and he is at a distinct disadvantage. Matt Cogar has already moved over to the other side of his standing block chop. He is well and good ahead of Jesse Whitehead as they come towards the end of this heat here. And Matt Cogar drops the block at 109.23, beating Jesse Whitehead, who did move over quickly, but it took him a long time to finish off that block with the last final blows. He knows he's out. We'll look back here at the slow-mo action. Fantastic pictures there. Jesse Whitehead looked really good at the start, but Matt Cogar was just too strong today.